Good morning, friends. God bless you all. I know a lot of you are out at the March for Life, and I just want to, hey, I'm not going to be able to make it this year. I already had a charity project set up for the day, and so I'm going to stick with that, but it's very life affirming. I am going to be helping out as tiniest bit ever with Project Linus. It's really donating some fabric that I had sitting around the house. I kept telling myself I was going to do something with, and I didn't get around to it. It's like a non-issue now. That person's outgrown that size and everything. And so I could throw it away. I could give it to Goodwill. I could repurpose it myself. But let's be real, I'm not going to do it. So I'm donating it to Project Linus, and I hope some kid's life is blessed with one of their blankets. I have several friends who do that project, and I think they have so much fun coming up with new and fun patterns for the kids and just love blessing with them. And I want to thank God for each and every one of you, not only that's at the March for Life, but that volunteers in pregnancy centers, that volunteers, a lot of people make things for babies or buy things for older kids and donate it to the centers. The centers don't just help women in crisis pregnancy, but they help the kids as they get a little bit older. There's places that help people out with diaper crisis. Diapers are ridiculously expensive. If you can get with a group that can buy you some of the new cloth diapers, they're fantastic in quality, and you're going to just save so much not just going into from going into the trash, but you're also going to save yourself a ton of money. It's an investment, and if you're going to have more than one kid, it's totally, completely worth it. Yeah, it sounds gross, but you get used to it. And thank you to all those who volunteer in the little free libraries. Give a shout out here to the Franciscan Center in Baltimore City. They serve, I think, Baltimore City and county, and they help people with so much. Even applying for any social service aid or ID, it can be so confusing, and they help you with all that. They also occasionally have art classes. They've got a free library for the kids where the kids can even take books home, and free books home, so you don't have to worry about bringing them back. That is such a blessing when you're not really sure. Maybe you're between addresses, or you just don't get out much to the library and you're worried about returning books. Having a free, no strings attached book is just such a blessing for these kids. And they can get clothing there. Young men can get suits to go on job interviews, clothing for the whole family. And then they have hot meals. They have bags of groceries for the week. I mean, Franciscan Center is amazing. So to everyone who volunteers there or at a similar one-stop shop, soup kitchen, pantry thing, God bless you all. There are so many wonderful pro-life charities out there, and it's every age, every stage, right? So those of you who go to your local nursing home and you play chess or card games, or you crochet, or you have a book club or a Bible study, or whatever it is that you're doing to brighten their day. Maybe you have a dog that you got certified as a therapy dog just to go in and brighten somebody's day. The one little nursing home near me, we're sort of in a rural area. One day I think they had chickens outside where the residents could see them, and all those retired farmers loved seeing those chickens that day. So it can just be something little to you, but it makes the world of difference to someone else. An absolute world of difference. So God bless you for your efforts. And while we're talking about pro-life, I want to throw in, it is every stage, every age, and it's about empowering people. And so there's a certain vaccine that was targeted when it came out to young adults, and they keep lowering the age that they're targeting. I know a number of young women who've been greatly harmed by this vaccine. And I remember hearing a story about a young man when it was his time, the doctor was like, I need your mother to step out of the room. And he was like, no, I'm not comfortable with that. Why would you want to talk to me without my mom? I'm not even 18 yet. No. Also, no. And so the conversation was kind of like, the doctor's like, well, there's this vaccine. It's new. It will protect you in the future. And the young man was like, what's it protecting me from? And he's like, well, there's this virus that you can get from sex, and there's a chance that it may cause cancer down the road. And the young man was like, so what you're saying is is if I have sex before marriage, I could pick up a virus that would kill my wife. The doctor was like, well, that's not exactly what I'm saying, but yeah, that's it. And he was like, well, thank you for confirming my belief that I shouldn't have sex before I get married. Thank you, doctor, for that. The doctor was kind of speechless. He really didn't know what to say. And that's the thing, that people are willing to have the conversation, have this vaccine, here's how to protect yourself. But the number one way to protect yourself is not to have sex until you're married. But they don't want to tell them that. And so for those of you out there who are doing the Exodus 90, Fiat 90, Nineveh 90, you're strengthening your will to resist temptations. And you could literally be saving your own life and your spouse's life down the road by learning these things. There's so much danger. I mean, we hear the tragedy of Toby Mac's son. You think that drugs, they couldn't touch someone. Here, his dad is like rich and famous. He's in the Christian scene. You wouldn't think it could touch it. But friends, drugs don't care who your parents are. Drugs don't care who you are. They don't care about the color of your skin. They don't care about your education level. They don't care about how much money you have. Drugs are drugs. They affect everyone. I lost a cousin to a caffeine overdose. Like, what? And I mean, that's why I'm opposed. Whenever I see kids drinking coffee the way they do, and the Monster drinks and stuff, there's probably shouldn't have said that name. There's a lot of those drinks that are doing a lot of damage to our youth. And being pro-life includes telling kids the hard facts about those. And yeah, some of them, it's going to make them want it more. Like, oh, I can't do that. Well, you know, that teenage rebel attitude. But tell them it's going to, like, no, seriously, if you drink this or smoke that, you could end up with crippling migraines for the rest of your life. Would you like to meet somebody with crippling migraines? Because I can introduce you to some. And there's some young ladies I know that have such health problems. They're barely able to function. And it's things that society was not willing to tell them not to do. It's oh, you need to study and you're in sports and you need a little more energy. Just do this. Or take this vaccine and you can do whatever you want after that. No. Help them with their virtues. Help them with their will. Teach them how to tame their will, how to take care of themselves. Like, I get so angry, and it's just ridiculous. People aren't willing to say the hard things, and sometimes you need to saying the hard things can save somebody's life. Is it judging you? Is it judging you if I want to save your life? If I see you jumping in front of a car, do you not want me to say anything or stop you? Sorry, I'm going to. I'm going to say the hard things. Next week, I'm hoping to meet with a friend who knows she's got like her whole burial almost completely planned. There's some flexibility there, but almost the whole thing is planned. And part of it is she wants to take that pressure off her family and friends should anything happen to her. But also she's preparing for her soul's final journey. That's an important conversation to have. And that's why I'm meeting with her, because she's done such a great job with it. I need somebody to help me with some of these things. There were things that I didn't learn growing up, and I'm so grateful to those of you who are willing to take the time to help me out and learn a little bit more about those things so that I can just improve myself, right? Because our whole goal, friends, is to get ourselves and all our loved ones and even the least of them, right? The little forgotten guys. We're trying to get everyone to heaven, to God. And so sometimes it's a tough conversation. Sometimes it's marching on Washington. Sometimes it is putting a blindfold on your husband and feeding him different kinds of almonds. It is. The video that's gonna be airing right after this is the start of Almond Bowl. And if you've been following my husband's taste test, it's been a fun, silly date night out. It's something that we're bonding over, and I'm really learning little things about him. Not just about his taste buds, but it's fun to see what comes out when you're just relaxed and casual and just goofing around. Yeah, some great things are coming out of it. So I hope you spend time with your family and pray for those marching. Get out there and volunteer, right? We just had Martin Luther King Day, which is like a national day of service. A lot of you did different service projects out there. God bless you. I heard of the one college, kids got enough diapers. They had not a fundraiser, I guess a diaper drive, and they got like 500 diapers to donate. And that's a lot. So God bless you, friends. So we're going to get back to our study with Father Newbear on Life in Union with Mary. We're going to start that up again Monday. So right after this is going to be airing Almond Bowl 1, and then you're going to have a second Almond Bowl episode available on Saturday, because we also need to relax and strengthen our marriages, because building the marriage and family. They're the building blocks of society, and so we need to build them up. If we're truly going to build a pro-life generation, we've got to start with the smallest building blocks and making sure they're solid and strong, so that when we build on them, we have a good foundation, right? Of course, Christ is the rock solidness underneath us, and then we're trying to build on top of that. And so we can't build on top of Christ if we're not going to him. I know. Deep thought of the day. God bless you, friends. Enjoy your day. Stay safe in DC. And affirm life today. Come up with something. If you're not in DC, just come up with something small to do, even if it's just smiling at people that you pass on the road. Have a blessed day, friends.